So the media completely blew this
And
out
they
of
blew
proportion.
it out of proportion because that's what they do. Just
Yeah.
like it's disgusting how bad it's gotten. But all that happened, and we touched on this, it was a closed door meeting between the justices of the Supreme Court, and they came together and they said, "Hey, look, are we going to take or give the people the opportunity to present their argument? Are we going to hear their argument?" is what it's called. So what that means is if we allow them to speak, to show us, if we allow them to bring their argument in front of the court, then they would have an actual court case. Then they would actually sit down and they would have lawyers, they would have evidence and an argument and all that stuff, and then they would present that to them, and then and at that point the Supreme Court would rule, which is the Supreme Court is the law of the land.
They're the top of the top,
They're
right?
the top. That's the end all be all. So at that point, if they would have said, yes, hey, we're going to get, we think that they have a valid argument. It's in our jurisdiction. They've went through the right channels to get to this point, because you can't just hop through the levels and go straight to the Supreme Court. You have to, there's a process.
That's why it started back in 2015.
Exactly. There's levels to courts. You have your local courts, your state Supreme Courts, your U.S. appeals courts. There's levels to everything. You can't just jump from the bottom to the Supreme Court and say, oh, here I am. It doesn't matter who you are.
Do you think she had a valid argument, though? Kim Davis, the one who brought this whole ordeal.
Before we get to that, though, real quick, I just want to finish one little topic, or one little other snippet from before. The case itself, when they said we're not going to even hear the argument that they were potentially bringing to them, by them saying that, they said, no, we're not going to even hear the argument. We don't find any basis in it. We're not going to hear the argument. So that was the end of it. It was that simple. There was no court case. There was no gavel where they're,
honestly, there was no need for media coverage at all.
Nothing came of it. It
really...
There was no court case. There was no final decision. It didn't shift things left. It didn't shift things left or right. It didn't say, oh, gay marriage is now officially legal or gay marriage is outlawed. That wasn't even anything to do with it. But that's what all the headlines made you think.
Why would you think they would do that?
Because it's all about clickbait. It's all about views, how many clicks you can get, how many people you can get to watch your show or click on your article so that they can sell ads to you.